Hello, welcome back to another exciting episode of Fourth Programming Language, or like I said, reading from the book Starting Fourth. Um, Looking at this reminds me of all the programming and computer stuff I used to do back in the 1980s, kind of bringing back good memories for me, but doesn't mean anything to you, which is fine. As you learned, started learning some more math, and actually it should be maths because it means mathematics. But who cares one way or another? We're going to learn another word which has to deal with more mathematics. Uh, it's the division operator, which I've already shown you this before, but we're going to do it again. I apologize, I've got sinus problems. This is the slash, otherwise known as the divide. um, and the slash, the simple division operator, provides only the quotient. Any remainder off the whole number is lost. And as I show you in here, you put 22 on the stack, you put 4 on the stack, and then you divide or slash. And again, it takes both items off and puts the result on the stack, and then we're going to print the stack, which takes it off and displays it. As you know for sure that 4 goes into 22 5.5 times. We all know that, but it drops off the quotient, so it comes up with 5. um, but it's the slash is one of the several division operators in fourth, and you'll have to learn these so that you can use them appropriately. Um, and so let's just go through them. 2 more of them are slash mod and mod. That's MOD. Slash mod gives you both the remainder and the quotient. And mod gives you the remainder only. Okay. So, and remember the rightmost represents the topmost on your stack. So it's important to remember the order. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try this thing. 22, 4, put 22 and 4 on top of the stack. Then we're going to do slash mod, and I'm going to do lowercase. Technically, the book says uppercase, and some instances may require uppercase. And what it does, it first puts the 5 on the stack, and then it puts the remainder on the stack. Okay? First one prints the quotient, because the quotient is on top, and then the remainder. Now, again, you have to memorize what's on the stack, what's put on the stack, what the operator is, or the word is, and then what's on the stack. So here we go. We got 5 with a remainder of 2. All right? Want to do something else? Let's do something else. Let's do 25. 4 mod. See what the result is. And I'm just going to pull the top number off. 6. Is there anything left over? Yes. 1. So 6 times 4 is 24 with 1 remaining over. And you pull them off separately. Now, again, remember, if we do it again, stack underflow. Remember, we pulled everything off the stack. Nothing there. And I'm going back and repeat some of the previous stuff we've had before. So, all right. Now we can define words that can be used to um, to create a function that seems like it's using the English language. So what we're going to define is a thing called quarters. How many quarters do we have? Let's see if I spell that right. And quarters, the word is going to have it divided by 4. In other words, if we put in how many quarters we have, it should tell us how many dollars we're going to end up with. So what's going to do is take the quarters, divide by 4. All right. We're going to display that. Then we're going to display dot slash ones, and you have to put that space in front of it, the ones. And I'm putting a space here just to make it look pretty. Dot slash quarters left over. Again, I don't have to do this, and I'm not going to here. We just defined that. What it's going to do is you're going to put in on the stack number of quarters you have. Number of quarters you have. All right? Then we're going to run the word quarters. It's going to take the number of quarters you have and divide it by 4 and put the quotient, in other words, the whole number of them you have on there. And then it's also going to put the remainders on there. And all it's going to do is pull off the first one here and then print ones, and it's going to pull off the next one, and then it's going to print quarters, which is the remainder. Get that? We're going to put the number of quarters on the stack. Then we're going to get by using 4 divided by 4, because 4 quarters equal $1, or 1. Should say $1 or dollars. Okay, doesn't matter. We're going to do that, and then it's going to grab off the stack the quotient, the whole number of them. And it's going to print these words. That's all this means. Dot slash things in quotes mean just print the words. And then we're going to pull off the stack the number remaining, and we do a dot quote again here, which is going to print out the word quarters. That's what we have. All right. And so right here at the end, and again, semicolon closes it. It says, okay, I understand that. Makes sense. You didn't mess it up syntactically wise. We may have errors in our logic, but syntactically wise, it is correct. It understood that. Right. So now we're going to put it in 22, and we're going to call quarters, except I misspelled it. All right. You have 5 ones, which is correct, and 2 quarters left over. That would be correct. Right. Think about that. Run through this a couple of times. Again, like I did before, I can say we have 25 quarters, 6 ones, and 1 quarter left over. That's right. Let's try 24, see what it does here. See if it throws up an error. Does it have 0 there? It does have 0 there. Okay. Nice to know that 0 is actually a valid remainder. 0. All right. We now know that. It doesn't throw up a stack underflow error, which means there was something on the stack there. Right. Nice to know. All right. Second word in the table is called mod, and it leaves only the remainder. Slash mod gives the quotient and the remainder. Mod gives the remainder. All right. So here we go again. 22 4 mod, and then we're going to display it. 2's left over. We do 25, 4 mod, 1 left over, like I showed you before, because 6 times 4 is 24 with 1 remaining. Right? Isn't it? Okay, great. Now, I don't want to stop there because this is a real short video. So I think I will go on. It's talking about doing what are they called, stack maneuvers or a swap. Okay, now a swap lets you actually swap what's in the stack. I know it sounds weird, but sometimes you want to be able to do that. Swap what's in the stack. Okay, it sat there and said, for example, A minus B, but that whole thing divided by C can't be done in a normal way inside fourth unless you can swap the values on the stack. Okay. Now, yes, you can do put C on the stack. Okay. And then you do, actually, that isn't what that is. Let me get this correct. A minus B divided by C, which is this total up here divided by C. So we could put C on the stack. I'm not going to worry about it. It's shown in the book differently, but anyhow, we don't worry about it. But anyhow, you can swap, all right, which is a stack manipulation. For example, let me just show you what it does. Let's put 20 on the stack and 4 on the stack, and then we're going to display the 2 items on the stack, 4 and 20. See, the 4 was in there last, so it's last in, first out, and the 20 was in there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put 20 on the stack, 4 on the stack, and then we're going to swap them out and see what we get. There you go. It took them and basically swapped location. Took the 20 from the bottom of the stack, put the 4 at the bottom of the stack, put the 20 on the top. All right. So that previous problem that we had, we can do a swap. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say A is equal to 10. B is equal to 4. C is equal to 2. Get it? Now, I'm going to press enter because it's going to say what. But anyhow, that's what we're dealing with here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them on the stack and then execute a swap. I'm double checking to make sure I get this right. All right. So we're going to put them on there as 2, 10, 4. Going to do the subtraction, and then it's going to swap the values. Okay, so we're putting C on the stack. Going to do 10 minus 4. Put that, well, okay, put 2 on the stack, which is C, put A on the stack and B on the stack. We're going to do the minus function, which is 10 minus 4. And it's going to put that on the stack. All right, but then it's going to swap. So then we can do the division function. Okay, so we swap, and then we do our division function. Then we're going to see what the result is, okay? All right. So 10 minus 4, which this is doing, 10 minus 4 is 6. So we now have 6 on top and 2 on the bottom. But we're not going to divide 6 by 2. We're dividing 2 by 6 because that's what it shows up as. But what we're going to do is swap them so that it becomes 6 divided by 2. Because remember, let me show you this right here. 6, 2, 6 is on the bottom, 2 is on the top. 6 is on the bottom, 2 is on the top. Up here, we would have, and just let me just show you. Oh, I didn't display it. Okay. Up here we would have, and I'll just show you what's on the stack here. 2, 10, 4. We're going to do our minus. Then we're going to see what's on the stack. 6 and 2. But see, they're in the wrong order. See? Because if we have 2 on the bottom and 6 on the top, and we do our divide, got 0 because 6 doesn't go into 2. Get it? 6 doesn't go into 2. Two divided by 6 is not 3. You need 6 divided by 2, and that's why we're swapping. It's a little complicated. I want you to think back through this a couple of times, but but you can get it. And just to be honest, we can cheat by creating words. As a matter of fact, I don't like doing it this way, but we can do this. A, B, C. Right. That says okay. So now, literally, what we're doing is we can sit there and say, put 2 on the stack, which is our A, which is our C. We put 10 on the stack. We put 4 on the stack, and then we can get A. We're doing this right? Yeah. 2, 10, 4, A, B, C. Okay. So we can basically write out our function as a word and have it do the operation we want it to do correctly. And that's really one of the powerful things about the fourth language is you could, if you get your logic down, your functions down, you can call them, give them a definition and run it. and it does it. All right, so at that point in time, I'm going to swap. Now, let me tell you, we're going to probably do swap again, look at it again, but there's also the word dupe, over, rot. I like that. It's a rotation. Duplicate duplicates the top stack in the item. Over makes a copy of the second item and pushes it on top. Second item pushes it on top. Okay. So if you have, no, I'll just have to show you. Rotation will actually rotate the third item to the top. So let me explain this to you. If you have number 1, number 2, and number 3, it becomes number 2, number 3, number 1 on the stack, which we'll take a look at. And then there's drop. It discards the top stack item altogether. Okay. Drop. All right. Now let me show you these. We put a 2 on the stack and we say drop. Nothing's on the stack because all I have to do is put the 2 on there and nothing was on there. Okay. Let me show you this. 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3 on the stack. I can't display the stack without deleting it. If we say drop, okay, 2 is on there, 1 is on there because we stuck 1 on first, 2 on second, third one on top, but we dropped the 3. All right, so I'll recover drop later, but anyhow, right there's enough for you to be totally confused. It's a good one for today. We showed you how to do the slash mod, the mod, and we told you how to swap items inside the stack so you can do whatever you need to do if you need to swap. And then I showed you very quickly drop. All right. Thank you very much and come back for more.